Of the 505 Sports Venture Foundation program, brought to you by ProView. We've got our producer Adrian behind the glass, president of ProView Steve Davis, our host, and we're grateful for Steve. He's up the stairs in the big chair, and we're coming to you from these ProView studios high above Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Albuquerque. I have a special guest. We're going to talk some serious Lobo basketball in a little bit. But first, again, I need to remind everyone out there who's interested in supporting UNM athletics. This is our retention month, our retention drive. Our goal at UNM is first and foremost to provide every student athlete with a NIL benefit. Right now, we are working on retaining the successful athletes we have presently at UNM. So we need your help. We can't do this alone. We've got big corporate sponsors, but as I've said over and over and over again, UNM Athletics are a community-owned organization, much like the Green Bay Packers in the NFL. We need everyone to help, everyone who comes to a game, everyone who listens on the radio, everyone who roots for the Lobos. No contribution is too small. $1 would help us greatly from everyone. So I want you to go visit our website, 505sports.org. That's 505sports.org. It's easy to donate. If you see me walking down the street, tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, Kurt, I want to help. Anyway, we need everyone from New Mexico to chip in. It's 505sports.org, and it's retention month. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short break with our guest.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
.505 Sports Venture Foundation program. And I've got, once again, my good friend, special guest, voice of the Lobos, Rob Portnoy, here to talk Lobo basketball. How you doing?
I'm excellent. It's great to be with you, Kurt.
Okay, we were just talking off camera about where we are with UNM basketball. First, I just want to say the Lady Lobos, and we're going to get to them next week, are just competing. They're right in the hunt. An incredible heartbreaker, crazy decision, last second review, and one. Coach Bradbury's got them right there, and they're going to make a run this year in the Mountain West, I think.
I totally agree, by the way. Yeah, it's been a remarkable conference schedule for Coach Bradbury and the Lobos.
Yeah, he's up every year. They're up in the top quarter of the league. Anyway, here we go. 1 week left, 2 games, Mountain West. all of a sudden the Lobos have some work to do.
You're right, they do, and I think that we should be encouraged by the fact that they still are in the tournament in some of the bracket projections. I think that's a testament to the quality of their play during the non-conference schedule, and it's also a testament to the strength of the Mountain West this season. We were also talking about this off camera, Kurt, that the Mountain West, after a couple of those Power 6 leagues, might be the third or fourth best conference in the country this year, right now. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Obviously, we'll get to first Wednesday night, and then up in Logan on Saturday. But yeah, we were talking. People have been there's been some social media noise about the Lobos' record, how Richard Pitino's record compares to Paul Weir, and I was very surprised at that. I knew by year 3 the Lobo program under Paul Weir was pretty much tumultuous, to say the least. I went back and looked and saw that in year 1 of Coach Weir, he's 12-6 in the conference. Lobos went to the final game of the Mountain West and weren't even in consideration to get an at-large bid. And so how things have changed. Still today, you've got 6 teams. I think I haven't seen the Lobos drop out of a bracket yet. I see them in Dayton on Tuesday, which is a nightmare if you want to travel to the game, playing Virginia, Seton Hall, Colorado, or Utah. You name it, they're up against them. But they're still in it, despite some tough games the last couple of weeks. So what do you think? What's the big ticket issue? Is it this lack of rebounding, this size, or is it the fact that the spiritual leader of the Lobos, Jalen House, is not shooting the ball that well?
Well, he's had a 2-game slump. 2 quick things. That 2017-2018 team that Coach Weir won 5 regular season games at the finish of the conference slate and then 2 in the tournament. A 7-game winning streak. Yes, 12-6, third place during the regular season. Lost the tournament final in Vegas to San Diego State. That Mountain West was a much different Mountain West than this one, where there are 7 teams legitimately that could be considered tournament teams. Maybe their overall resume doesn't tell us so, but those 7, including UNLV, who hasn't really been in that conversation, belongs in it because of the quality of their play against the best in the league this year. Yes, the shooting woes for Jalen House the last couple of games have hurt. And we talked about this a little bit with the 3-guard alignment that Coach Pitino's running with and the emphasis offensively on getting production from those 3 spots. We agree. Really, you have to have 2 of the 3 have excellent games for the Lobos to compete against the top tier of the league. If only one of them does, and 2 of them have an off shooting night, for example, the game against Air Force, that's a perfect example. Jalen House, really difficult shooting night. Also the foul trouble. You feel like it's going to be tough for the Lobos to win those tight, close games against the best in the league. And you pointed out, Boise State has the size, the strength, both interior and perimeter, to make it very tough on New Mexico because it's limited a little bit in its size.
All right, Lobos have to make shots in those. Just have to make shots. That speeds the game up. That gets the other team's offensive out of rhythm. When the Lobos are coming down and missing opportunity and getting no or few offensive rebounds, it just gives the other team the ability to set up, take their time, work the ball down low. We have now literally 7 teams in this conference that could win a game in the national tournament. 7. And I think I looked today, Colorado State, who's now 7th in the conference, they beat Creighton by 20 points. I mean, and we've seen how good they can be. They have one of the best guards in the country. They're in 7th. So whatever happens the rest of the way, it'll be interesting. Las Vegas next week is going to be something. But let's just briefly give me a minute on what you expect to see like Wednesday night and Fresno State.
Well, we've seen recently Fresno State is good enough to put a scare in the top teams in the conference. So assume nothing. That's first. They're dangerous. Second, there's always the uniqueness of playing on a senior night. 3 players know for a fact they're going to play their last college basketball home game. Isaac Mushila and Jamal Baker Jr., those are 1-year Lobos. They're done with their eligibility at the end of this season. Jamal House, a graduate, Jalen House, excuse me, a graduate who's been 3 years with New Mexico, knows that his college career is coming to an end. That can create a different headspace for a player. This is his final home game. He wants to show out. He's coming off of 2 tough outings. It's an important game for him and his team. How will he respond? And then Jamal Mashburn Jr. This could be his final college game. He'll be celebrated on senior night, and Mash is actually on a 3-game shooting hot streak. Let's hope that continues.
Yeah, well, Fresno State, I have, my gut tells me, and my gut's been right, I think we're going to see the Lobos really open up that offense and put a bunch of points on the board and roll away with a good win as they head into Logan on Saturday. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the next section of our show. Stay with us, please.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready.
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, ripped, plastered, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
Hey, everybody. I'm Kurt Roth. Welcome back to our 505 Sports Venture program. I'm here with my special guest, Rob Portnoy. And once again, before we get back to college hoops, it's retention month at 505sports.org. Again, 505sports.org. We want to retain the top flight student athletes we have here at UNM. We need your help. Any little bit, anything you can contribute, a cup of coffee, it'll help us. Thanks. 505sports.org. All right. We were just doing what we both say we hate to do, speculating about what the Lobos need to do. They need help. They need help. Even if they win their 2 games, they're not necessarily avoiding Wednesday in Vegas. If they win their 2 games, then who knows what happens. So first, let's think about the importance of going up to Logan on Saturday. Let's not assume a win on Wednesday, but let's assume a win on Wednesday. So we go to Vegas. We go to Logan on Saturday. What's that look like?
It's a tough out. The place will be packed. We know the herd, the student section, is the best in the conference. I think it's better than the show in San Diego. The Lobos revived Hal Razor's student section is probably right there battling in the top 3 with those 2 schools. Who knows whether they're on spring break or not. It's sold out. It's going to be loud. They'll be playing, theoretically, for the regular season trophy. That is a tough out. What I will say is this. That game is not all or nothing. The Lobos, I think, need one more quality quad 1 win somewhere. It can be in Logan on the final day of the regular season. If they get a chance to get a quad 1 win on a neutral court in Vegas, quarters, semis, or both, go get those. That'll take care of getting you that at-large berth and the NCAA tournament bid that you haven't had in a decade. You know you can get it automatically if you win the whole thing. But I think the resume sits to where just add one more quad 1. If you get a second one, you're a lock.
Yeah, I'm gonna thinking about sitting there on Sunday waiting for that selection show. I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit. And I've said this for a while. This was when the Lobos were second or third in the conference. Oh, we're in the tournament. We're in the tournament. Are we going to make the Sweet 16? And all I said, and I keep saying it, Sweet 16, I want to play Friday night in Las Vegas. That, to me, is a successful season. Going back to the Steve Alford era, those Friday nights with San Diego State, UNLV, maybe Colorado State, whoever the fourth team was, that Thomas and Mack was sold out. Doubleheader on Friday night, top teams, those games were great. I've said I need the Lobos to just rest assured on Sunday morning, Selection Day. I need them to play Friday. Now, that kind of fits your scenario. Let's assume they win two, but Nevada doesn't comply with what the Lobos needs. We've talked about that. We see the easiest path for the Lobos is to win two. Talking about avoiding Wednesday. The Lobos need to win two, and Nevada has to lose at Boise, and then at home to UNLV. The Lobos get the tiebreaker. Still, then they would play that quad one game on Thursday. That's a must. A must. And then I think you got to get to Friday. I really think you might have to win that if you're coming out of the sixth position. Because no matter what they say, the power schools get these benefits. Ohio State fired their coach in midseason. They win 3 games in a row. Oh, you're on the bubble. Villanova gets crushed everywhere. They win 2 games in a row. Oh, Villanova's on the bubble. So I think the Lobos will really have to be really take charge and really put together a couple of solid wins. I'd like 2 quad one wins, but we'll see. Now, let's go back to Utah State. That's a team the Lobos match up very well with. Much different than Boise.
No question. And the Lobos handled them in the pit and beat them pretty soundly. And you're right. I think Boise State's a brutal matchup for New Mexico. And that's a team, if the Lobos could avoid until Saturday, yeah. In the Thomas and Mack, that would be tremendous. But I feel like the quality of the road quad one win at a Utah State team probably playing for its conference championship might be enough to get the Lobos over the top.
Oh, yeah.
That would be unbelievable. If they sweep the last 2 of the regular season, that was your scenario, and then you're still adding another quad one in Vegas. I think that would get it done in terms of an NCAA.
All right, well, either way, you've got to get that one big win.
Yes.
Got to get that one big win. We looked at Boise, just physically tough. The kid who transferred from St. John's, and I'm blanking on his name, just killed
Stanley.
him. He just killed him. Mid-range little jumpers off the glass, just super, super tough. We know Degenhardt. My buddy Max didn't do anything spectacular.
It was Omar Stanley, and it was also Shibuzo Abo. Abo with a double-double in addition to Stanley. And Abo is the kind of player that really gives the Lobos trouble, the kind of player that UNLV also has, that third big that actually plays from the wing, that can both play inside and outside because the Lobos just don't have the perimeter size.
Yeah, that's something that, and I know no one wants to hear about recruiting in next year, but those are some needs that the Lobos will really have to take a look at in the offseason. And we have the portal, and the portal works both ways. So again, retention is key. So, all right, so we got to where we are. It's been a super exciting season, ups and downs. Like you said, the Lobos handled Utah State. They handled San Diego State. I mean, blew both of those teams out. Like to see some power out of this team on Saturday. I'm still can't count Wednesday, but I'm counting it. I'm sorry.
Wednesday's game, if the Lobos get it, their 22nd regular season win. Haven't had 22 regular season wins since the last tournament team, 2013-2014.
Okay. So we're going to get past that. We're going to get a 1 or 2 more after that, and then we'll be on to not Dayton. I'm not going to Dayton. One of the first rounds is in Brooklyn. That would be a blast for me. Anyway, Rob, I want to thank you to be here. We're going to wrap it up right now. For everybody, once again, it's time. It's retention week, retention month, retention day. We have a great cast of UNM athletes. Our teams are competitive. Our facilities are competitive. What we need is a strong name, image, and likeness program. And that's what we're trying to put together at 505 SVF. We need you. Again, your cup of coffee every week, we could use it. Bottle of water when you get into the pit, that level contribution is key to us. So once again, 505sports.org, 505sports.org. We need your help, New Mexico. Go Lobos, and we'll be back next week with yet another special guest. Take care.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
Seriously? You expect me to drive while you aren't wearing seatbelts?
What's the worst that can happen?
Seriously? Buckle up. Okay, thank you.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Get into the sink on the offense. Here's Renfro.
Renfro throws up a wild one and scores.
So turning potential lemons into lemonade is Archuleta. Steverson pulls up from deep. Are you kidding?
Oh, he's going to go up with it. No good. Too strong. Loose ball. Going to get kicked right into the hands of Jackson. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell puts that one in. A little bit of a baby dunk, but
Drive, looking to spin. Blocked from behind by Creighton Johnson. 3-on-2 for Sandia. Thomas Adams goes all the way, and he's fouled.
Look out, layup.
Lund
There
in
we
transition,
go.
get out the phone, slam dunk, David Lund.
Dyer. Dyer is going to get that one absolutely sent back.
A floater from 5 feet. Stolen away. Steverson. Here comes the money. Dunk.
Three, and could be a dangerous thing for El Dorados. That's just going to be stolen by Chavez, and he's going to put that one down.
Pius 30, Highland 26, Lincoln on the inbound. Lincoln gonna try to get to the 3-point line. He steps back, puts up the 3. Yes! At the buzzer, Jesus Lincoln. McConnell stops his dribble under 5 seconds, stolen away by Hernandez. Hornets on the move. Hernandez gonna get the shot up, and it goes at the buzzer. Back-to-back buzzer beaters for Highlands.
Looking to find some space. He does. Puts it up with the right hand. No, Steverson